I definitely wanted to start off by saying that, for me, it's always something that I wanted to try to inspire others. I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I think I'm on the right track for myself to doing what I want to do and how I want to do things and what I want to achieve in life. I wrote a book years ago, became a bestseller. And so last year, I actually wrote the second edition to that book. And for me, I just want to always encourage women, especially it being Mother's Day tomorrow, encourage women to put themselves first. A lot of times when we have children, when we get married, even family members, it's difficult for you to focus on yourself. And so the only time for me that I found that things always work out is when I focus on Sandy Daly. When I focus on other people, it doesn't work out. Obviously, I have children. Obviously, I have family members. Obviously, you've been in relationships. But when you focus on yourself and give yourself the love that you need and you desire, you don't need love and validation from other people. There's no need, right? And so I wanted to read from my book, the second edition from my book that came out last year. You can get this on Amazon, and the first chapter is You Come First at All Times. So I'll read a little snippet of it. And if you want to join me on Instagram to talk about it, that's amazing. So it's called You Come First at All Times. Pardon me. So starts off like this. And these are all my words, of course. It is a fact that most women put themselves last and put others before them. It is a rare thing to see a woman who puts herself first without feeling guilty or society calling her selfish or an unfit mother, right? Have you seen that woman, a businesswoman, most times running around having that kid on her hip or in her office while she's on the phone doing 50 million things all at once? She kills herself trying to please everyone, and at the end of the day is made to feel like a bad mother and a wife because she wants, God forbid, a career. The funny thing is that that husband of hers has no qualms about cheating on her with his secretary or going off with his buddies golfing or to a soccer practice. Their swings are off, their soccer outfits, don't fit anymore, and there is no hope in hell that they will ever play competitively again, but still they go. Her career takes a backseat to everything else around her, and she never accomplishes all that she could have. In regards to the children, what I've learned and what has always been my personal experience is that the children grow up. They will leave you when they're good and ready to, not when you are ready for them to go. You might even get a call from the kids one day a week when they're adults. Trust me, I know about this. If you are lucky, take that time to, of course, that you've always wanted to, the things that you've always wanted to do to actually get the promotion so that you could put yourself in a first class position. Spend time with your girlfriends and, more importantly, with yourself. Live a little, okay? This not only allows you the freedom to have your own identity, but it also cushions the blows that come later on in life when the kids leave the nest or your husband finds himself going through a midlife crisis. Who knows? He might want to, have relationships with others, but you are going to be focused on yourself. For me, so this is what I consider for you to have a little bit of selfish thoughts when you actually are in a relationship. What if you want to now enroll in, other classes? So what if you want to take up pottery? So whatever you want to do, that this is your life. Whose life is it really? Yours or someone else's? It is your life, okay? When God created you, you were born alone, even if you were born as a twin. Act like an individual and get your own life. And this is the first chapter from my book, and you can grab that. As I stated, it's one of those things I always wanted to make sure that people have the ability to live their most authentic life. I have gone through a lot of things, and I'm just so happy right now that I feel like as if I'm going through a situation or at a stage in my life where, things are good. It is my thoughts, my focus that I'm actually looking at. Obviously, having children doesn't mean that I'm going to be a less mother, especially tomorrow. Mother's Day is coming up. And a lot of mothers, excuse me, or folks are running around and just trying to think, what are the kids going to give me? But as I stated, for me, it's always something that I'm always grateful for whatever I get from other people. But the most love that I can, the best love that I can get from anyone is a love that I can give to myself. The love that Sandy Daly gives to Sandy Daly. No one else can give me the type of love that I need. And so I'd like for you to make sure that you continue to push yourselves, continue to dream big, continue to work hard, continue to focus on yourself. Because as they say in an airplane, if you go on into the airplane and you something happens and you're trying to fix somebody else's seatbelt, you can't, you're of no help to that person. Fix yourself first, and then you can actually try to help others. So once again, this has been Sandy Daly, another live. I just finished my show, but I thought, no, let me come on and actually say a few words because it's not an issue for me. I love to talk and I love to give motivational, thoughts and words to people because, I am not a monolith. Things have happened and here I am. I'm so grateful for people who wish to just be around and in my circles. And the career is taken off and it is taken off. And I'm just so excited about that. But it cannot happen without you putting yourself first. It just cannot. So thank you once again for joining me. I will see you guys on Wednesday at 8:30 on the Daily Grind right here, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram Live. Bye, guys.